going to be a tsunami. I shouldn't say a wave. I think it might be. It's either it's going to be a tsunami or it's going to be a flop, one or the other.
Well, what was that, Miley Cyrus? Didn't she have a song called, like, Wrecking Ball?
I've asked my kids, man. I'm not too good with music.
I don't know. Well, I think there's a song called Wrecking Ball or whatever. And she's on top of this wrecking ball, and she's just crashing through walls and whatever. So just picture, like, this big red elephant on this wrecking ball. And, dude, we're just going to be a wrecking ball. We're just, boom, we're coming. And it's bigger than the tsunami. We're a wrecking ball. Dude, people are tired and sick of the hypocrisy, of the abominations, of the division, the lying, the corruption. No, it's not okay to have an Alzheimer president with a crackhead son. That's not where we're supposed to be as Americans. You're supposed to be giving advice to people who have sons that are crackheads. Like, hey, you're not, really, it's not a good leadership position for you. You're not doing very well mentally. You can't be the president. I'm sorry. Like, that's okay to say. Like, I would probably say that to someone who's trying to become, like, a teacher or a nurse or, anything, right? Hey, sorry, you can't think and you can't give medication and your son's a crackhead. You're just not fit for the role. Sorry. But he's the president, dude. Like, what?
The part that really, I think, disturbs me the most, being a former addict, alcoholic, is that, hey, listen, is that they try to bury everything. They try to hide it and lie. Be honest and open. We all make mistakes. But to try to lie and then try to say, okay, all of a sudden, I'm going to be a painter, so it's another way for you to scam people now to get kickbacks for your father. I mean, when do you learn your lesson?
They're
and then
narcissists.
the money, and then the money, it's private donations. You're a lawyer by trade, and you're, with all due respect, a drug addict, which that's not a bad thing, okay? I feel bad for you, but to keep doing what you're doing and lie and hide, and now you're a painter, it's like another way to shuffle money for dad. It's like he's his personal dad's, what do you call it, bagman.
Dude, all I know is
it's
before
sad.
I even
it
got
really is sad.
Every job I've ever had in my whole life, I've had to pass a drug test. Like I'm not allowed. I wasn't even allowed to drive an ambulance. I wasn't allowed to go in the Army. I wasn't allowed to do anything on drugs. And he's the VP, our leading oil companies, and the son of our president. Guys, we should be ashamed. We're ashamed. I'm ashamed. The common man, the common woman can't even live that lifestyle because those who are hiring you would say you're not fit right now for the job, and that there's other better candidates who aren't drug addicts. And that's not offensive at my level, but it's okay at that level. No, there's no way. You can't convince me.
Yeah.
You can't convince me. If I can't do it and literally become a janitor, you're it's corruption at the in your face.
And the sad part is there's no remorse nowhere.
Mm-mm.
None. And that's the sad part. That's where you said the arrogance and all the other stuff comes in, the denial. Even the father denying the laptop existed and that the stuff was fake. And come on. And it's unfortunate that his father was probably like a codependent for the kid, probably. That's how come the kid lasted this long.
I wouldn't be surprised if his father taught him all that stuff, dude.
He's
I'm
creepy
sorry,
himself, man. Sniffing kids and stuff.
Man.
That's really weird, man. Really weird.
It's weird,
stuff,
dude.
Man.
I can't do that at work. Okay. I can't go around if someone came to work with their child. Like, no, I'm not allowed to, guys.
No, you're not allowed. How about your own moral integrity? You wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I don't get it.
That's what I mean. It's like, could you imagine going to work on like Father to Daughter Day, and the superintendent came up and started sniffing my daughter? Like, I'm sorry, but there would be some accountability. I don't know what that accountability is, but it ain't gonna be pretty. I'll tell you right now. You ain't sniffing my kids, dude. Like, you ain't touching them, you ain't hugging them, you aren't put your hands on their shoulders, whether you are trying to get a photo moment or not. You stand next to them with diplomacy, and you have some honor, and you don't touch people's children, you don't touch people's wives, you don't touch people's husbands if you're a female, and you stand next to them, and you can do a good, nice pose. Nothing awkward, nothing weird, and at the level of the president, he should be groomed and know that type of class, you know.
You know, we think
a common person couldn't get away with any of that, dude.
Well, right, and that's like basic decency, like you and I could say, like that's like normal behavior. Like even I don't see how come people don't call them out on it.
That's
it's really
who voted for that.
Go ahead.
Who voted for that?
Oh, they're not going to admit it now, but the sad part is, and then they try to pivot to Donald Trump. Listen, you cannot compare the two.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, it's sad. But then people would say to me, well, Joe Biden's better than Trump. And I say to myself, do you really think that? How could I even entertain a conversation with a person who thinks that Joe Biden is better than Donald Trump no matter what? Can't.
There's no way. I can't. It's not about liking the guy.
Exactly.
It's not about liking the guy. It's about, is he the best person for our country and that what he's able to do for the people. That's it. We don't want our friend in office. We don't want, it's not, but that's just going back to it. It's like parents want their kids as friends. Parents want, there's no longer any accountability. No one wants to be told what to do. You can't tell people to come to work, on time. You can't tell them not to leave early. You can't tell them not to look at Facebook all day long. And everybody wants everything and give nothing. And so that's why they vote these people in, because they're emotional. And they don't get it. They're looking out for themselves for right now.
Yeah. Well, we had a nice conversation the last show. Guy came on. It was a nice show. Very impactful. Was it last show or the show before last?
Oh, they're all good, man. Which one? What are you remembering?
Where the gentleman came in and no, this guy didn't leave his name, but he mentioned that he talked about your boxer shorts.
Oh, yeah. That was last show, for sure.
That was a heck of an introduction. How he floated in there about him. You describing yourself in your boxers.
National anthem, dude. Yeah.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah,
how is John doing? Have you spoken to John? How's he doing?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's working. He's just doing his thing. Everybody's doing their thing, bunch of the same conversations. Personally, man, I've been just working, focusing. I haven't been on social media as much as I used to. Not, just taking a little bit of a break. You can't even. You don't even know what's true, what's not true. You get these Republicans who write, the most graphic headline. World is coming to the end tomorrow with the Senate vote. And so you read this headline and you're like, oh my goodness, I need to read this. And then it says nothing about the world coming to an end. And then it ends with, I need $50, And then you get another article that says, Pelosi is, bathing in ice cream during lockdowns. And you're like, whoa, that's crazy. And you read the article and it's like, I need another $50. And it's like, I don't know if they're using the opportunity for money. I don't know if Klawinski's a bad, or what's his name? Ukraine is the Nazis. I don't know if Putin is buddies with the New World Order. I don't know if China's involved, dude. I see tanks running over people, and it's not even Russian, but they said it was Russian, and they got guys on islands who told Russia to F off and were killed, but a week later it was a fake story, and it's just incredible, dude. And then you got people jumping on the bandwagon. Well, and they don't even know what they're talking about. Like, literally, they're like, what, are you a war correspondent? No. I just found this article. And then you read, like, the article, and it's like InfoWars, Times, USA. And, like, what news media is that? And they believe it. They believe it because it's written down somewhere. So I'm like,
yeah. You there?
Yeah. No, InfoWars is a good place, but I'm saying there's stuff like it where the names, you can't even find it.
Right.
But that's why, man, I took a break, dude. I was like, you know what? I don't even know anymore. All I know is something bad happening.
Yeah, and me, this is a part of what I do is blogging and news all day. It's ironic that all mainstream medias have a different slant on it. If you're watching Chinese news or European news or Russian news, Ukrainian news, or American news, it's all a different slant. It's like the battle of propaganda. That's what it really is.
It is the battle of propaganda.
Yeah, it's not the battle of the truth. It's the battle of propaganda. And
that's why I'm trying to keep it simple.
Yeah, exactly. We know that's what God has prepared us to do, is to live simply, have a peaceful life, a happy life, with basic necessities, But today, people's wants are greater than their needs. And that's a problem. Greed, lust, all of these, and God says in the Bible, the heart is deceitful. We're living in total chaos. And I hope
it is a bit chaotic.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping and praying that the Messiah will come back soon, even though we don't know the hour or the time. But we definitely know we're in the season, because, we have all this crime and all this corruption, and even, we're all our religious leaders standing up against critical race theory, even against this nonsense of picking someone based on the color of their skin. I mean, where are you people? I don't understand. You talk that in the pulpit, and I'm not just talking about Christians. I'm talking about rabbis. I'm talking about Catholics, Jews, everybody. Where are you at? It's the same small percentage of people fighting for the betterment of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a conversation. Someone was saying something about, I can't believe, like, our gender, like a woman was saying, I can't believe our gender is getting deleted, and this is the worst ever, and everything. And I asked her, I'm like, well, what are you doing about it? Have you wrote the NCAA or whatever? Have you wrote them? Did you just pick up the phone and call them and let them know how you feel? Did you do anything other than make a post? These senators, these congressmen, they have phone numbers. They have emails. You can write them. You can, bugging them and letting them know how you feel is what you're supposed to do. And I'm telling you, when they get 100,000 phone calls, it